People have gone wild over Wildflower Ranch, and I'm going to tell you why. There's so much to unpack. You're going to want to grab a snack and come right back. Are you ready? An unbeatable location, great schools, beautiful homes, and right now is a good time to build wealth. Put all that together and you have an amazing recipe for a great life in and around your community. And if this is your first time to this channel, subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up. So you may be asking, hey Tracy, why are people so wild about Wildflower Ranch? Well, here are a few really important reasons why they're so drawn to this premier planned community. Well, for one, there are miles of trails, paths to walk, bike, jog, or stroll. There's an amazing resort-style lazy river with an area to grab a bite, rehydrate at the snack shack. There's a great community pavilion, playgrounds, and Perry Elementary School is right there inside of the community. Speaking of schools, your students will attend the award-winning Northwest ISD. Well, although I know you're enjoying this premier planned community, well, why wouldn't you? You have the lazy river, parks, trails, and a school right there. And that's just a few things. Stick with us to the end, and I'm going to let you in on some new things that are going on into this community. But at some point, no matter how much fun you're having outside the home, you're going to go home, and this is where you get to pick who's going to build your place and the things they have to offer. So there are 8 builders who build in Wildflower Ranch, and the price range vary. You can get into Wildflower Ranch under $400,000, and it can go over $700,000. Now, the more exquisite your taste, by the time you put your extras with your upgrades, you're going to be north of $700,000 easy. That's a lot of diversity going on in your community in terms of price range. And the styles of the homes will vary. So you're not going to see the same home every third house. You can choose to build your home from a number of different elevations that your builder will provide. Whether you like the Tudor or a modern farmhouse, French conventional. And I've covered a number of homes and builders in this community. In fact, I covered 7. Someone reached out to me and asked why I didn't cover a particular builder. Well, at the time, they didn't have a model home to tour, but they do now. Good news, I'm going to share William Ryan Homes with you in just a moment, but just in case you're looking at other builders and considering other builders, which many people do, in Wildflower Ranch, you can build your dream home on either a 40, 50, or 60-foot wide lot. Now, some of this gets a little tricky, and you can have a bonus and a reward. And if you want a 3-car garage, then one of the 60-foot wide lots is the way to go. There are a couple of great things I want to say about William Ryan, and one of which is for the price range that they offer you, you will be able to live in such a nice home with great upgrades. Well, let's just take the tour. William Ryan Homes has 14 floor plans for you to choose. Whether you want a 1-story, a 2-story, if you can think it, they probably can help you build it. As you can see, one of the great things that you appreciate about this home, and there's so many, you are greeted by luxury vinyl plank flooring. Near the front of this home is a secluded ensuite that would make a comfortable room for your guests. Since your guests are supposed to be short-term visitor, you may find a more practical everyday use for this room because it's situated away from the other bedrooms. This would make a great place for your home office. This is the Galveston 2 floor plan, and this one offers quite a bit of flexibility. It comes as a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, but this one has upgraded to a 5-bedroom, 4 full baths. Here is a second entry into the bathroom. Your normal floor plan, this will be a half bath. Grab a seat and sit a spell. This is not only a pretty kitchen, it's highly functional. Let's start with most people's favorite feature of a kitchen, and that's the storage. And there's plenty of it here. Tall upper cabinets, lots of lower cabinets, and a nice pantry. The countertops are a perfect prep space for you to display all of your baking and your cooking, and in some cases, spread out your food deliveries. And if you do bake or cook, you'll be able to enjoy the GE appliances. Breakfast bar is large enough to display your cooking, show off your kitchen skills, do homework projects, and crafts. Invite your friends to game day watch parties and cookouts. You have the seating around this breakfast bar, separate large dining area, so they will be very comfortable, maybe too comfortable, visiting you. And of course, you can always send everyone outside where I know you'll have it equally inviting. And the cherry on top, this nice living area with electric linear fireplace and floating mantle. Perfect for relaxing, lounging with friends, family, or the best would be enjoying this space all by yourself. Drum roll please, standing ovation, your relaxing primary suite with spa-like bath. Now let's talk about this bathroom. And there may be a feature you notice missing, and that's the bathtub. You can have a standalone tub with a separate shower. So if you're one who likes to add your essential oils and wash away your day, you certainly can add that in this space just by modifying the plan a little bit to include your bathtub. Look past the samples and focus on the space in this oversized walk-in closet. The builder is also proud to share that they use foam insulation to increase energy efficiency in their homes, a great feature that you don't always get in, more modest priced homes. Oh, one more feature I want to let you know, and remember there's so many, I can't give them all, is that your home will be equipped with a tankless water heater. How about that for additional energy efficiency? Now to the least popular place in your home, the laundry room. But if you have to do laundry, what better a space to do it than this? Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people just like you sell and buy homes in and around our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I realize you can find out quite a bit online: bedrooms, baths, square feet, price. But what you may not be able to discover is how people really live their lives in our different communities, cities, and suburbs. Well, that's where I come in. I hop in the car and I drive around so you can have the bird's eye view, VIP access of how people really live their lives. And if you like to be in the know, then you're going to want to subscribe below, press the bell. You'll be notified anytime anything goes down around town. And don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Now, back to the video. As we go to the second floor, notice the open rail spindles, not the half wall, which some builders will use as a cost savings. But if you're like most people, you want the same level of elegance on your stair railing and your staircase as you will see throughout your home. Right off the landing, you are greeted by a nice open loft, which is great as a second lounge area or game room. It's your home. Use it however you want. There are 3 other bedrooms, one of which is an ensuite, and it's up to you to decide who earns this level of privacy. And I'm more than sure that each child will submit a colored document spreadsheet and a resume demonstrating the right to have this room. And if you do have children living with you, you will appreciate the separate sinks that should reduce the number of debates, blame, arguments, and disputes you have to settle daily before going to school and every other day of the week. Now for your recap. This home is 5 bedrooms, 3 of which are private suites, and 4 full baths. Now, let's talk about the size of home. You are looking at square feet ranging from 1,700 all the way to nearly 4,000 square feet. Price starting at around $390,000 to close to $600,000. Just remember, when we talk about price range, these are your introductory base model, just get through the door prices. The more exquisite your taste, the more you will pay for upgrades. Now that you've enjoyed the tour of William Ryan Homes, you may have them as a finalist for your builder here in Wildflower Ranch. And don't forget, there's 7 other builders who can build your dream home. There is a projection to have about 3,200 homes in Wildflower Ranch. Now, right now, there are about 900. So do the math on that. That's a lot of room to grow a lot of equity. And undoubtedly, no matter which builder you choose, you're going to have the best home in the entire community, maybe the entire county, because you spent quite a bit of time picking the right floor plan, the right lot for the right view. But at some point, no matter how beautiful, no matter how grand, no matter how comfortable your home is, you're going to want the people inside of your home to go and have an adventure outside of your home. And we've already covered some of the fun things that you're going to do right there in Wildflower Ranch. Remember, at the beginning of the video, we talked about the resort-style lazy river, the paths, the trails, the parks, the playground. You even have an elementary school right there in the community. Well, this section, I want to tell you a little bit more about the things to expect, because remember, they've opened up another phase to Wildflower Ranch. And this is what they have on the horizon, other things that you will enjoy. You will have a wonderful time at the new amenity center that is under construction, more walking paths and trails, outdoor events on Harriet Creek, which runs through part of your neighborhood, sport practice fields, community pavilion, an event area, dog park, on-site lifestyle coordinator, and of course, it's an HOA. And this is where people say, oh, Tracy, I'm really enjoying the idea of living here. It all sounds so great. But exactly how much will it cost for me to enjoy living in this community? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can expect to pay around 2.8% in property tax. And the HOA? The HOA is $825 a year. And for some people, that's money well spent. Now you may be thinking, where is Wildflower Ranch? Wildflower Ranch is technically north of Fort Worth, like far north. So you may have a Fort Worth address. And you may also have a Justin, Texas address. So you may see both in the community, but for the practical purposes for people around here, we consider Wildflower Ranch in Justin, Texas. And when you get your mail, you may see Justin as your address. You may see Fort Worth as your address. Either way, your mail is coming to you. One of the great pulls and attraction why Wildflower Ranch versus the other new communities building in the area is its location. Let me show you on the map. Here's your community, Wildflower Ranch, and what's so special about its location. Wildflower Ranch is right off of Highway 114. I mean, you just get in the car and you're right there. And Highway 114 is so significant because it will take you toward, the other freeways that would connect you to Dallas and a number of our other cities that you will eventually go and explore. Highway 114 also connects you with I-35 West. Whether you go north or south on I-35 West, that is another major thoroughfare. So when you consider the location of Wildflower Ranch, you will eventually, just a short drive, hook up to 2 major freeways that would get you wherever you want to go and certainly where you need to be. Oh, I just want to point out, if you look real carefully, this blue line, well, that's Harriet Creek, and a portion of Harriet Creek does meander through Wildflower Ranch. Let's talk about some fun things that are going on near your community. And only 5 miles from home is Texas Motor Speedway, and this will get your adrenaline going. If you have the need for speed, then you're in a great place right near Texas Motor Speedway. And even if, for whatever reason, you didn't purchase a ticket to go in and see the races, you're going to see the crowds, the fun, the people enjoying the races, and you certainly will experience some additional traffic during race days. And right across 114, just on the other side, is Buc-ee's. And Buc-ee's is going to be on your bucket list. You just have to go. You're going to be so amazed and impressed if you've never been to a Buc-ee's. And next to Buc-ee's, if you like a little discount and you like to hunt and shop and get a good deal, then you're going to be right next to Buc-ee's is Tanger Outlet Mall. Now let's say, hey Tracy, wow, that's really good to know. And yeah, I like to shop, but the outlet mall is just not my thing. It's not my scene. Well, okay. Only 17 miles away going east is the city of Southlake. And Southlake is where you are going to have more of your upscale shops and boutiques and some of your fine dining. You're going to hit that 114, and just a little bit farther is the city of Grapevine. And Grapevine is our Christmas capital, and you're certainly going to enjoy going downtown Grapevine and seeing some of those historic sites, shops, dineries, wine tastings, and boutiques. And if the lake life is your life, where you're in good shape, you're only 23 miles from Lake Louisville, Lake Grapevine, and only 24 miles from Eagle Mountain Lake. So you're going to gas up the car and go a little bit farther and have a lot more adventure, because there's no way you have moved to our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and not explored the city of Fort Worth, which is only 20 miles from home. And Fort Worth is where we celebrate our Western culture. Fort Worth is where you're going to be able to experience real-life cowboys on real-life horses, driving the cattle down to the stockyards and Dickey's Arena. That's where you're going to see our Western competitions, barrel racing, horse racing, cattle. That's where we're going to have all of our competitions right near the Dickies and inside the arena. Now, just because we experience and we celebrate our Western heritage and our cowboy vibe, Fort Worth is very rich, very wealthy, and has quite a bit of sophistication. Museums. You're going to have 7th Street, where you can enjoy outdoor music and eating and just walkable downtown. There's so much to experience in Sundance Square. And there's much more I could say, but this is not a Fort Worth, Texas documentary. Going a little bit farther east, you're going to lace up your tennis shoes, do a little calisthenics, take a couple of energy drinks, and head toward Dallas. Dallas is about 40 miles from home, and Dallas has almost anything you want to do right there. It has a lot of sophistication, very cosmopolitan lifestyle and experiences. You name it, it's there. If you want to catch a Mavericks game, maybe you want to go to one of the WNBA games, they're there. And you like hockey, it's a big metropolitan city. It's going to be there. Restaurant, shopping, and dining. And once you've had your fill of Dallas and you're totally worn out and exhausted, get back in your car and drive back home, where you can get a little bit more peace and quiet. And close to home is Justin, Texas. It's only about 5 miles from home, downtown Justin. And when you're in Justin, you're going to stop by. You just have to. Justin Discount Boots and Outfitters. You're not moving to Texas. You're not going to be in the DFW Metroplex without getting at least one pair of Western boots. And you might as well get a stylish hat while you're there. Nice cowboy hat. Now, some people, they're not really interested in the Western wear, but if you're going to be this close to Justin and on the Fort Worth side of the Metroplex, you might as well step in and do a little shopping. Now, you have a better perspective of why so many people have gone wild over Wildflower Ranch. Great schools, great location, great homes, opening up newer phases so you can build a home even on a 60-foot wide lot because you want that 3-car garage. Or maybe like, I don't have a over $700,000 budget to enjoy the 60-foot wide lots, but that's okay. There are a number of builders who can build your home on a much more reasonable, attainable budget there in Wildflower Ranch. And that's why you're going to give me a call so I can help you navigate through the different builders and represent you through the process. Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people like you sell and buy homes in and around a Dallas-Fort Worth metroplex. And some of you are, well, you're very experienced. I mean, you almost buy and sell homes every 2 years. Others, maybe not so much. You may be a little rusty, but you're thinking about making a move. Either way, look at the description section of this video, and I'm going to have some really valuable resources for you to check out to help make your transition a little bit more smooth. And if now you have Wildflower Ranch on your top 3 list of places to live your life, comment, grab one of the one-on-one consultation Zoom links so we can better discover which builder, which lot, which view you want to see every day when you come home. Which location is the best place for you to create your new memories and call